Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Appalachian Cryptid Encounters. Now, this is part 2 of that video I put up last night. I'm just going to take this image here, do a markup, so you can see the outline of the Sasquatch. See, right here is his dominant eyebrow ridge. There's his eye. His other eye's right there. And you can see his mouth here, and there's that one fang, and then the other one's broke off right here on the bottom part of his lip. Then he's got hair all the way up like that. And his flared out nose is right there. And then his hair comes back like that. And he's got a juvenile right here. See his eyes, his nose, his mouth. Laying this way. That he's putting up on the top of his head. And you see his big fingers right here. And he's lifted that juvenile on top of his head this way. That's what we're seeing. Okay. Now you know what looks like here. I'm going to turn it up just a hair here. Okay. See the juvenile there? He's got his nocturnal shade lens on. See his nose, snout. Okay. You see his body over here and see those big fingers right there? Pushing him up on top, on the back side of his head. Or he slipped off one of the two. But he's got his one eye there. And then his other one's shut behind, or it's behind that nocturnal shade lens. You just can't see his eyeball. And then there's his pug nose. And there's his mouth. With a darrow hobbing in the center of his mouth there. And then if you look closely, you'll see another Sasquatch right here. Most likely a female. And then another one right there. Standing up. Let's see here. Let's see here. Now I was going to show you the image of that giant that was on the ground. Let me find it here. Just a moment here. Oh, when that giant was walking across the woods there, the tree canopy, I did some enhancements and that face popped up. He was the one that was on the back of the giant. You can see his face. Look how, that's not pareidolia, folks, to be that symmetric. See his nose, his mouth, even his teeth. He's wrapped around the back of that giant, getting ready to jump off of him. Pretty amazing. Okay, that's not the image I was wanting to show you, but okay, here was the one behind the tree, which he's ducked behind the tree. I'm gonna try to enlighten it a little bit, see if you can see it. You can see his teeth. He's got his shade lens across his eye there. Let me see here. Try and lighten it up a hair. There we go. So you can see his detail coming in there, hiding behind that tree. See his hair. Let me turn some of that definition up a little bit. A little bit of sharpness, maybe some more detail come out. Yeah, he's got his hand pulling down on the branch right there, looking at me. Now you can see his eye right there starting to show through the lens there a little bit. See him watching me? Yeah. He's got hair all over the place. Stuck behind that tree. I would draw that out, but I think everybody should be able to make out that face, I would think. So, for the sake of time, I'll skip it. But alright. Now the giant. Here we go. This is after they walked up through the tree line. And he's at the bottom. He's squatted way down. He's squatted down to the ground to let the Sasquatches off his back. And here to there. I would say that's probably roughly 6 foot tall. He's got his shade lens on there. His eye here showing barely. And then his nose is behind there and his mouth like that. Looks like there's another one right there with him. There was 2 giants that was walking through the woods, which you can see he's a little, his face is darker. You can see his eye right there. And you can see his eye here with his shade lens going this way. And then you can see him, he looks like he's smiling right there. He's behind the vegetation, but we'll look here a little bit closer. Wow, look at that. There's that eyeball. There's that eye watching me. Just amazing. Those 2 giants are already coming through the area. Now, just a little bit ago, I let my dogs out. It was just starting to get dark, right? It was still quite a bit of light, but it was dark into the woods, the canopy and everything. And my dogs had went up to the edge of the woods and was barking like crazy. And those giants were here on the property today, and we're going to look at them here in just a second. They were already setting up. Now, see, anybody that's watched my channel has watched previous videos where they during the summer they'll harvest their fur, and they'll make like fur blankets and stuff, or fur drape, like they'll drape them across trees, big huge things to give them cover and concealment. So if you blast them with a flashlight, it'll be absorbed by that fur, right? So that's what we're going to look at here. So the one I starred. Okay. I just let my dogs out, and so I was just snapping pictures with my cell phone. This is not my good camera, but it was 5 times zoom on the cell phone. But you can see they've already got that that fur blanket up in between the trees, so they can bed down at night. And look at this, the giant watching me over top of it. And then the second giant is right behind him, standing right there in the vegetation, watching me. And this is that same giant. Look at that chilling eyeball. That's not pareidolia, folks. It's got shadows. His eyebrow ridge has shadows. It's just amazing, man. Showing his other eye. And he's just, they were putting that uh, fur curtain or whatever you want to call it, skirt, whatever, tree skirt, whatever they're putting up, whatever you want to call it, covering concealment blanket, basically is what it is, to where these giants can take a load off. They build these things, so I could probably go out there right now and try to film it. I think I will here in just a little bit, and see what I can get, see what movement I can get, but I'll use my good camera and put the zoom on it. And let's see here. Looks like there's one there between the trees watching me. Let me see something. But anyways, I'm going to play that video all the way through for anybody that wants to watch it. So here we go. The one from last night, I forgot to play it for everybody. It's only 1 minute and 43 seconds. Here it goes from start to finish. Huge. At first I thought that was a UFO, but it's not. It's the giant walking through the tree canopy. See if we hear any grunts or anything. There was snow on the ground at that time too. See those Sasquatches right there? Looked like the moon was moving real fast across the sky. So that was the video from start to finish. When I pan back across there, you get a glimpse of those Sasquatches that had dropped down off the giant, and that's what you see in there. But anyways, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I just want to welcome all my new members, and I appreciate you guys. Peace. Have a good night.